What's up, guys? Name is Dre, and welcome to another Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross video. So, we are 4 days away from the half-year anniversary, so this will take us 6 months into the game. I did play the game, I did start the game on the fourth day of its release, so technically I am a day one player. I do play the game for those 6 months consistently, so I never stopped playing. And yeah, so today I want to make a account slash box showcase, which I want to do in two parts. So today we are doing all the stuff that doesn't belong to the characters. So usually there are like a lot of different character box showcase where people showing off their heroes with all the different stuff around it, but this thing we will do tomorrow. Today we are doing just all the stuff around. So I want to show you my daily habits, how I start the game, and how I do my daily missions. So first thing I'm doing is always after I log into the game is I click on this message button on the top right corner, and then I watch the free ads to get my 3 SSR chests. After this, I click on the menu button, uh, go over the friends, and send them all my friend coins. After the step, I go back here, and then I go back here, and then I take or collect all my friend coins. So if you can say so, I go from the right to the left. So I start at the top, then I go down here, and then I go to the shop. Click on the equipment draw, do my gear gacha single, which is free every day. After that, I go to the pure chase bundle because I would consider me as a light spender in the game. I did buy the weekly and monthly pack, so I always collect them after my equipment draw. So if you're free to play, you have to skip the step, obviously. Then go to the coin shop, hit the silver coin, and there is another SSR chest, free every day. After this, I spend my friend coins for stamina potions. Sometimes, if I need to, I always no, I also do the event dungeon keys. But I mainly buy stamina potions because this is what I always need. So I personally don't think that you can have enough stamina points except if you're a whale, so you always stack with those. After the coin shop, I go to the draw section, go over here and watch the 30-second ad. This will give you your single summon, and after that, I am back in the tavern. So, in the tavern, I always do the 3 Vanya Ale thing. After that, which I don't do recently anymore, is to serve a Vanya Ale here. So, just click on that. I would recommend this after that cleaning the table. So yeah, I would recommend this if you are like still at the beginning of your game. If your Meliodas hasn't 160,000 affinity, this will give you. This is like just 2 clicks, which doesn't take that much effort, but you have to remember doing it every day, and it will give you diamonds over the long period. Um, After I did like all the stuff that doesn't really have any requirements, I start doing my daily missions. So daily missions are nine tasks that are here. So I did them today already, and these are, yeah, 9 different missions. So because I'm already in the tavern, I go to barn. I do the cooking stuff. I usually cook something that I need. Mostly it is combat class food because I do use this for PvP. But if I like, but if there is nothing that I need, then I just use like the ingredients that I have the most. So it is chicken, butter, and Leonis rice, and I do cook the chicken rice bowl with butter. So this is something I cooked recently as you can see. What I would recommend for cooking is to always stick like with the same food. So if you want to have food that gives combat class, always stick with one kind of food. So this will save you a lot of space in your item storage. This is something that I always do. After I did this, I do go to my knighthood to check in. So I think you guys, okay, I think you guys already know how it works. If you have like 20 guys that checked in, you get a diamond. Don't want to show this. After that, I go to the battle button. I always do the 5 events here. So currently we have this event. I already did this today. Do my 5 runs and fine for this. So if there is like any other battle event, I always do them first every day because this is something that I miss really quickly. After this, I do the patrol missions. This is also something that I sometimes do really late on the day, but I try to do them as early as possible so that you can get your rewards a bit earlier. Also, this is something that you always just have to do once a day, so it is not too much effort again. After this, I go to the special dungeon. I do my gold chest stages with the keys, and after that, I do the event dungeons. I always do the gold stage because I don't miss out on enhancement materials and evolution materials, but if you need them, you can do them. So, finishing these 4 Solcris, I do boss battle. Currently, I'm just doing one boss battle stage every day, except if there is half stamina. So, if there's half stamina, I do all 6 of them. I would recommend to do all 6 of them if you're in your first months of playing. So, if you're not a day 1 player, you should do them because you get awakening materials. You get the discounts in the different cities that you can buy food and you can buy awakening stuff, which I showed yesterday. Then you get a lot of horns, demon wings, which you will need. So the logical step next would be to go over PvP. Usually I do PvP in the last like hour of the day because I sometimes I'm very lazy on that. I actually having a lot of fun with PvP to be honest, but sometimes I'm so busy that I have no time to play a hardcore PvP session. So as you can see, I still have 5 on them. But I just want to show you real quick. I still do a normal PvP every day because it gives you a diamond. And I also try to win it because my goal still is to hit Champion 1 every week. Because it is a difference of 10 diamonds to being Champion 5 and Champion 1. And if you go for the long term, after 1 month, you have 40 diamonds more if you always hit Champion 1. And 40 diamonds is more than a multi-summon. So, what you can skip easier is Elite PvP. I did hit Champion 1 a couple of times, but recently, since the rule set were released, I'm very lazy on that. But honestly, this rule for this week is pretty fair, so I had fun with it, but I'm so busy this week that I can't play too much. I just played 22 matches, as you can see, with a 70% win rate, using a very standard team, which is also boring. Um, after, so yeah, PvP is the thing that I do less, but after I would do the PvP, I always do free stage. It also gives you a diamond. This is also something I would recommend. Always keep at least one of these equipment missions open, because equipment is something that you will always need in the game, and this is like the best opportunity to use the free stage that you have to do. So sometimes I just do one free stage in a day, so I just have 1 out of 8 runs, but after 8 days you will have more runs. But yeah, this is something you should do. yeah, that's it for the daily habits. So now I want to show you my item storage. Just real quick. I'm always stuck on these demon horns, demon wings, as I explained. All my characters are 6-star weight, so I have a lot of these chalices. There are more characters that use demon blood than Ward of Life. So for obvious reasons, I have a lot more Ward of Life. SSR pendants, I don't use them recently too much. There was a time where I did use them like on every character, but now I only use them if I want to use the character. Yeah, so this is something I would recommend. Next thing, same for the engraving stones. At the beginning, I used them a lot, but recently I want to save them because I know there is Lost Wayne, I know there is Goddess Elizabeth, and I want to compete in PvP. So, if you can clear Training Cave and if you want to compete in PvP, save your engraving stones. Um, Anvils is something that I always use, so I'm never stuck on anvils. Same for hammers, but for hammers I would recommend to wait for the hammer increase rate event. This is really something you should do. I am just very impatient sometimes, so I did use them. Next thing is SR pendants. SR pendants is something that is pretty rare as a free-to-play player. So because I'm not free-to-play, I did bought some of them. I did bought like 3 packs. I think these are 90 SR pendants. So if you free to play, you should save them. Just use them on a SR character that you really need to build out. Yeah, then I have a lot of these awakening materials because every of my character is already fully awake, so I can awaken any character anytime. Last thing on this side is this engraving, no, enhancement stone. Always save them. I know they are sometimes very annoying, but you can't never have enough of them. So I just had like 7,000 or 8,000 2 weeks before, and then I used all of them. So they run out really quickly once you start upgrading your gear sets. Same with food, I have at least 2 or 3 stacks of any ingredient. Next thing is tickets. I do save my Pod 2 tickets and I do save my SR tickets for Derriere. I did skip her, so I did not fully skip her. I did 2 multi-summons that were dead. So I just say, yeah, I want to save my Part 2 SSR tickets. 2 of these tickets are from the Hawk Pass. So if you're free to play, you should have like 4 or 5 if you did save all of them. I did my first 2, I think I did my first Part 2 SSR ticket to pull a Red King. Yeah. Then recently I started saving these chests and this key. Um, this is just for a salvage event. So this is not something you have to do, but I would recommend it. Also, I don't have too much box space for my gear sets. Here's something that I will talk tomorrow with the box, with my box showcase. Yeah, lastly, there is this my chests. I do save my chests just 2 or 3 days and then I sell them. So I don't think there's any particular thing that you can do to get a better score or something. This item was giving out recently. I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. You can save this for Lost Vein if you're not able to farm all his awakening stones, but if you could do it, I would recommend it because a 7th license character just needs Water of Life, and Water of Life is something that you will get a lot of. So if you can use this character on if you can use this item on another character, I would recommend this. Yeah, then I didn't have the opportunity to use this, but this I will use for Lost Vein eventually. Yeah, I think that's it for today's video. We did go over all the different things that I do every day, all the item storage things. yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for part 2.